noticed, but there's my wallet. That's nice. Alright. Truck fired up. Let's go. Alright. So today we're going to see what. Ignore that. Today we're going to see what one thing that I do at my job. I got a pretty boring job, but I got a good job, so sometimes you just gotta do it. Feel like crap. So you get that going. Feel like crap. My wife and daughter were sick over the weekend, and now guess who has the joy of being somewhat borderline sick? So we got snot rags. What else we got? We got a trash bag for our snot rags. We got lunch, leftover spaghetti, homemade, by the way, that I make. Very tasty. We got a meat stick. That's for be on the road later. Got dessert. Who remembers those? And for our spaghetti, we got a cheese shaker and some crushed pepper shaker. Yeah, we're gonna mix that in there. And today, I have a delivery that's scheduled for a new license plate agency that's opening up, and the equipment is supposed to be delivered, but we got to get it to one of my central hub sites. We're gonna go ahead and head down the road. I gotta stop at the gas station. So we're going to one of my tech sites where the delivery is supposed to be scheduled, and I like to go and make sure that we have everything like it's supposed to be. I am a supervisor, so that's what I do. I advise superly and make sure my guys have what they got or what they need. And I got my bag of work crap here. I got my laptop in it, work phone, all that nonsense. So we're gonna go ahead to this place that's about 2 hours away. But first, gotta stop and get a little fuel. I got a quarter tank. That's not gonna make it. But I like to stop at this gas station up here. It's literally 1.0 miles from my house between for this gas station and a food line right beside it, which works out perfect. Turn that down. And I like to use rewards when I can. So I'm going to use rewards to get 20 cents off per gallon, but they limit it to 20 gallons. So I'm not going to be able to fill up, unfortunately. But that should give me plenty to get there. And then we're going to drive a little bit, and we're going to pass through the town where my home office is. And I got to drop some this piece of junk back here off for surplus. Grab some napkins. Probably grab some breakfast. And then we'll be on the road. And then we got to come back probably and see another guy. So hang tight. We'll be there in a couple hours. Someone wants to drop F-bombs first thing all morning. Cancel that, I get my rewards. Pissed about a stock of beer. Alright, so we're gonna try again. Yes, I want my 23 cents off. It is $2.91 a gallon. So yes, I want my 23 cents off per gallon. Like I said, you're limited to 20 gallons when you use rewards. That's fine. I can always just, put it back up there and start again. This one got $5. I feel you, man. $2.68 is what we're paying today. Alright. I'm gonna fill, well, not filled up, but put 20 gallons in and go inside and get me a coffee and a drink. We'll be back. Love these small town gas stations because you always see shit like this, like the blue collar workers. We got more light trucks coming in, Yeah, we got more bucket trucks over there. We got septic tank trucks over there. Here he comes. And we got some more light lines over there. This is, man, these little small towns have some really neat people. Check this shit out. It's cool. Yeah, I like that. That's nice. What we at? We're at $45, 17 gallons. That's not terrible. All right, we're almost up. Oh, righter. Turn that back down. Yeah, I like some Great White. Save your love. That's what we're jamming out to right now. Let's fix this camera. I need a bigger mount. Anybody wants to send me a mount? Help me out. Help a brother out. So, like I said, we got our 20 gallons of fuel. It was just shy of $54. That's not terrible, but it's not great either. And we're gonna pass that little truck there and squeeze on over. Let it ride in the right lane. All right, got a cafe. Basic, plain coffee, sugar creamer. Yeah, I don't buy the fancy nonsense mess. I just want some plain coffee. And of course, Coca-Cola. It does good for the throat when you got problems with it. Like I said, I got my paper. So I got about a 2-hour trip, but we're gonna stop in town up here and get some breakfast and drop that piece of equipment off for surplus. And then we're gonna finish our trip. So it's about 20-30 minutes to get to that place, and then another hour 15, hour and a half to get to my final destination. So hopefully it won't be like a movie on Final Destination. Have some nonsense happen, but that's where we got to go today. You got to drive 2 hours to go sign some paperwork. That's some donkeys. Yeah, that's cool. All right, well, oh yeah, one quick thing. When you stop at your local gas stations, be polite to your cashier. They're just trying to work a job, And the woman that's been there, that one, she's been there for some chickens. She's been there for years. And she's like super cool. She's just an older lady, but she's making it. I always go in there and just fuck with her, just talk to her a little bit, ask her how her day's doing, and it just makes people smile. And just say, "How's your day doing?" Good. Well, I'm glad it's doing good. That's fantastic. Everybody's day should be doing good. My camera's falling out again. But anyway, you should get up in the morning kind of early and check out places, because that's when you see a lot of the behind the scenes crew. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, but anywhere from like 6 to 7:30 in the morning, man, I got snot building up. And you check out gas stations or breakfast joints, you'll see a bunch of crew people that like repair work for the light lines, the roads, the bridges, landscaping, construction, that's building new stuff. That's when you'll see those people, meet them. And I say they're behind the scenes because a lot of people don't even notice how early they get up to take care of the stuff that we use every day. And part of my job is making sure the Department of Transportation, their IT equipment is taken care of. So yeah, I gotta go drive 2 hours to sign for a delivery, but it doesn't bother me because I'm making sure my DOT people were taken care of. Alright, have a good one. Alright, we made it to our breakfast joint. Another gas station, but I'll tell you what, in here there is a kitchen, and I came here as a kid to get breakfast, and it was amazing. And in high school, my high school was 5 or 6 miles that away. We'd haul ass down here for lunch, because they had some killer ass lunch. So we'd leave school, we're not supposed to, but we did it. We got a lunch detention plenty of times for getting caught, but we'd come here and eat some food, man. And as you see, we got more workers. That's cool. All right, I'm not going to take the camera in there because sometimes there's people in there that don't really like to be recorded. So it's kind of like a get your shit and get out kind of place. But let me show you what I get in a minute. It's really good. All right, turn Guns N' Roses down. $4.57. You can't get this shit any cheaper from anywhere else. Walked in, immediately smelled bacon. Smelled amazing. Almost got some. Usually I get a bacon, egg, and cheese because they fry real eggs. You go in there and just a pile of bacon and a bunch of fried eggs, like not the powder mess, but like the real eggs. And you get a homemade biscuit, and man, they'll load it down with bacon for you. But today I went with 2 biscuits. This one looks simple, right? But inside, I don't know if you can see it, it's full of what they call hoop cheese. You know, the big cheese wedges? And it's nice and hot, so it's nice and melted. But today I wanted what we call here a fresh sausage. So we get sausage patties and we get smoked sausage, but we get like fresh sausage. I didn't want anything on it, so I just got fresh sausage. So I'm gonna eat that first, and then eat my cheese. Like I said, $4.57. Can't go to Bojangles and get that for that price. I assure you that. Can't go anywhere for that kind of price these days. All right, to my first office. Let's go. All right, let me show you a little bit about where my office is. We have an airport runway right here. It is privatized only. It's not commercial anymore. We just built these new fuel hangars here. Pretty neat. And we have a company here that refurbishes planes and jets, but they also do like private charters. Probably can't see it, but across the runway in that hangar, we have a company that actually has old fighter jets that we do mock dogfights with the military. And we have a sheriff's office. There's a plane. There's more of the company that does the private chartering. Really expensive stuff, but I mean, rich people don't care. And we have, they make paper plates out of all things. There's my site, one of my sites. More planes, but that is the terminal. Used to be, hang on, let me get parked. Okay, so that's the terminal, and it has been refurbished mostly. The outside's been done, but about, let's see if I can get my finger in here. Where is it? Oh, it's a little large. Maybe like right here to the left has been completed with new offices. The rest is still kind of ugly on the inside. It used to be somewhat commercial back in the day, but then it got shut down for a long time. And actually helped bring, that's one of my sites too, that's the GTP site. Actually helped bring that on board. And I get to go on the runway. I can actually get on that runway and watch the jets fly by. And still kind of early, but eventually within probably an hour, I'm trying to put this down anytime someone drives by because they don't want it, and they don't probably want to be recorded. But about an hour, you'll see fighter jets or hear them. They'll just be hauling ass down this runway. So, all right, we're gonna do what we gotta do. All right, we're gonna take the longer way out of this place. It's like a big complex. It's a 2-mile runway. I believe it is the largest runway on the East Coast, and it's in a town that most people have never heard of. So the military uses it a lot. We actually get some of the presidential Air Force One planes to come and do touch and goes. There's a control tower. And local community college is building this building here, and they're going to use it for their flight programs. So they're actually going to teach you how to be pilots and things like that, or at least get your foot in the door. So they built this big ass building. Well, building it, I guess, to expand to the campus. That was the Wildlife Forestry Service. I think they moved
or at least they were talking about it. Still got some trucks back there, some equipment. But used to see airplanes out here too, but I think they moved. And let's see, let's get to the stop sign over here. All right, another big building. This one is part of Spirit, and they also have a big plant here, as you can see. But they also have another big plant, and I believe it's Kansas, Wichita, Kansas. They make the fuselages here, I believe. That's not one of my sites, but it is part of what they call the GTP complex, and GTP is one of my clients. They're part of my transportation department. There's more of the runway. Like I said, it's a 2-mile runway. We even got freight. So if you need some shit shipped in via freight, we got you covered. That is what they call the ARF building. And that is one of them. Oh, there it goes, ARF facility. That is one of my sites as well. And that is the fire station here for the airport. Anything goes wrong, we have a little fire department here. I don't really know what that building is. It's not mine. And I believe we got some more Spirit down here, maybe. What is it? No, that's not Spirit. It's NPC. Or MAC or whatever it is. Very nice looking building. Spirit's over here. That's what it is. They used to have a plane right here. And they got a little plane now. There used to be a big plane right there. Now we got a little FedEx plane. Oh, the big one must be behind there. You can see the wing. Yeah. And it keeps going. Yeah, we're going to keep going. It goes all the way down there. So here is the other Spirit building. And we'll actually go around it here. Let's see. I think he has another exit here. That is like the big head honcho one here at the complex. And we're going to take this little turn off here. See, when I turned left at the stop sign, if I went straight, it would just come out there. But I wanted to run down the runway so you can see it. Or go alongside the runway, I guess. So we're going to take this right here. We're going to go behind this building, and I'll show you the end of the runway. So here's the end of the runway. Not much to it. Like I said, it's about a 2-mile long runway. Largest on the East Coast, I believe, is what I've been told. Yeah. So let's go ahead to my next site. They're building a new building there, a new hangar. That is probably the C-130 project. We got a project going on with, we're going to refurbish some military aircraft, C-130s, and one bigger than that. So that's most likely what that hangar is right there. It's pretty neat. But anyway, let's go to our next site. I have a really cool tree I want to show you guys. It's stubborn like me. So I think you guys will enjoy it. That's that cheese biscuit I was telling you about. It's just loaded with cheese, man. It's really good when it's hot and fresh. And you can get this, and if you want like a sausage, egg, and cheese, you can get this as your cheese biscuit with sausage and egg. Or you can get a regular biscuit with a sliced cheese. A lot of people opt for this to get an all-in-one biscuit, and it's really amazing, man. You should try one out if you ever find one. All right, here's my tree. Check it out real quick. Look at it. It's laying down sideways. Where a storm blew it over, and it's still growing and green. That right there is what you call life knocking you down, and you don't care. You still grow. That tree is laying on its side, and every year that I've driven by it for the past 7 years, it still gets green every year and keeps growing. That's awesome, man. If life knocks you down, don't matter. Punch it in the face and keep on growing. So one of the cool things about my job is I get to travel to 22 counties, and you get to see some pretty cool sights, like this big old bridge right here, crossing over this river. The speed limit on this thing is like 70. So you get this pretty good speed. Just hill and do some Mario Kart and jump off of it if you want. And on the other side of this hill, you're going to see like a big wind turbine field. It's pretty neat to see. Let's see here. Should be on this other side over here. If I
bridge. Pretty cool, man. Like I said, I get to travel 22 counties. Anywhere from the coast up north. So I get to see some pretty cool sights. Some days it's boring, but if you find something cool, so we're still on this bridge, but we're about to be over. Find something cool like this, and it's just nice to get out, get paid for it. And here we are, ladies and gents. We have arrived at our destination after driving about 2 hours. So the idea is I have to sign for some crap. Looks like Nate's here. That's his truck. Delivery guys are here too. Nice. Just in time. Alright, it's a good thing I came. Not only did I have to make sure everything was right, but this got dropped off. Nice little scanner. But it goes to a different site. So I'm going to take it back at my office and drop it there for the local tech in that area to come pick it up, because I don't feel like driving to the beach today. I've already driven up here, so he can come pick it up. So I'm trying to find a way to get to these things. I can show you how big they are. They're really cool, but all there is fields around here. I have no idea where I'm at. Alright, this is probably as close as we're going to get to them. I don't really want to stop here because it looks like there's somebody else already stopped checking them out. Not sure what they're doing. Working in the field, I guess. Look at these things. They're awesome. Huge. I should figure out how to get to them. Do a little turnaround right here in this gravel. There's a nice road to get to them. I better not go down there. I don't really know whose property that is, but look at that thing. It's just huge. That's cool. Alright, we're going to head back to the other office and drop this scanner off. Look, there's a backhoe or digger that's just like towering it. Well, our day's about wrapped up. So sometimes it kind of sucks. You got to drive 2 or 3 hours to go pick up a box and then turn around and drive 2 or 3 hours back. But sometimes you just got to do it. So at least I got to speak to 2 of my guys today, check on them, hang out for a little while, got some laughs, saw some pretty cool wind turbines earlier. We did find those. And now I got this box. So sometime this week I'm going to go meet my other guy and take it to him. But that's what my job is to make sure my guys have everything they need so they can do their job. So if I don't do mine, they can't do theirs. So I guess I just have to drive. But until next time, have a good one.